She's Carol Dellinger, and she's completed a marathon every few weeks for about the last 20 years.
But now she goes by a new nickname, Warrior Marathon Runner. Sports director Deis rejoins us with her amazing story.
You know, a few years ago, I did a story on Carol before she completed her 200th marathon, and her zest for life and ability to inspire others always stuck with me. But recently, life dealt her what, for most, would have been a crushing blow. But Carol is not like most people. She approached this challenge just like another marathon, and now she's inspiring a whole new set of people. Completing a marathon is often more mental than physical. You have to will yourself to keep putting one foot in front of the other until you reach the finish line. You have to be a warrior.
Each marathon I run is a journey, and that's kind of how I look at my marathons. Instead of running them for speed or for a certain pace, I run them just for finishing it.
And finishing marathons is something Carol Dellinger has done more than almost anyone, 237 times to be exact.
People always ask me why I run so many marathons, and I run so many marathons because I can.
She's run them from one coast to the other, in the U.S. and in Canada.
I give myself a 26.2 mile tour of a city. I'm better than Gray Line Tours.
She's run them so often that long ago, Carol became an inspiration to others.
And they see that I'm just an everyday, ordinary runner doing something just a little bit more extraordinary.
But in October, Carol received a call that could have stopped her in her tracks. Her yearly mammogram discovered cancer.
I looked at her and I said, "Doc, am I going to die?" And she said, "Yes, you are, but not from breast cancer." And right then and there, that is how I was going to face this disease. I was going to face it head on, like a new marathon to run. Cancer had picked the wrong woman to mess with.
In an office often filled with gloom, Carol was like a ray of light for Dr. Stephanie Moline and her staff.
Carol just has a unique and highly energetic fighting spirit. I wish I could put that in a bottle and share it around with everyone, the positive spirit. And I think the breast cancer is not going to define her. It's not going to even rule her life.
Despite the diagnosis, Carol kept on living, running 2 more marathons, including the Cape Cod, 1 week before her mastectomy.
It was probably a pretty emotional thing running both of those marathons, knowing that I'd already been diagnosed with breast cancer and kind of the road that I had ahead of me.
And even on the morning of her mastectomy, Carol was already planning her comeback.
I said, "Hey, Dr. Moline, I just want you to know 9 weeks from yesterday, I have my comeback marathon all planned."
She didn't ask me if she could run a marathon at 9 weeks, but clearly she worked her way up to it.
2 days after surgery, Carol walked 2 miles. After a week, she was walking 5 miles a day. At 6 weeks, Dr. Moline cleared her to run.
I went home and ran 3 miles, so that was pretty special.
And on the 9th week, Carol completed her 235th marathon in Phoenix. And after receiving this finisher medal, the new cancer survivor knew exactly what to do with it.
I said, as soon as I can, I'm going to give this medal to Dr. Moline.
She gave it to her in a shadow box. She should have given her a box of Kleenex as well.
There wasn't a dry eye with any of those ladies at Cancer Care Northwest when I said a few words of gratitude and presented that to Dr. Moline.
I think it was awesome and overwhelming and amazing that she would share that with us. It serves as a reminder in the office for us to see sometimes this treatment is like a marathon, and we've got the last few miles to go. We can garner our strength and get going and finish it.
For most, cancer is life-changing, but it hasn't changed Carol at all. She's still running, of course, completing number 236 in Yakima and 237 in Olympia. But she's also taken to blogging about her experience, and even shows her cancer survivor status with this pink truck she drives around town. And now she's driving towards another challenge. Next Friday, Carol will be here at Spokane Falls for the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. Only she won't be running with a team. She'll do 30 miles, 120 laps by herself.
And I realized what a perfect way to prove that cancer did not win this battle. I did. And
I admire her that she can carry the baton far and long for us, for humanity, for looking for a cure for breast cancer and all cancers.
Only Carol won't really be running by herself.
It has just exploded into something very, very big where I've got so many friends going to come run with me through the night.
Not to mention 50 more in Palm Springs running with her. All of them in support of this warrior's message of early detection and healthy living to fight and beat breast cancer.
I'm a really true believer that things happen for a reason, and I really, really look at it, even though it sounds really weird, I look at it as it's an honor and a privilege to have been diagnosed with breast cancer.
Carol is a true warrior, and having won her battle with cancer, she'll keep putting one foot in front of the other until she reaches the finish line in her 300th and 400th marathons.
I'm alive, and I just can't wait to live the rest of my life.
Now, Carol says that she's a true testament that with early detection, breast cancer can be 100% curable. And by the way, guys, after she does 30 miles in the Relay for Life, she'll run a marathon in Anchorage and another one in Seattle before the end of June.
What great determination and inspiration.
She's amazing.
Just keeps living.
Incredible lady.